Yo, what's up guys, BeatsbyHcien here. In case this is your first time, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys 7 amazing ways that you can use automation to make your mixes better. And without wasting time, let's get straight into the video. So the first on my list is going to be volume automation for emotions and some other gain staging issues. So let's say for instance you have a mix, and for some reasons this particular side of the mix is low, so we're just gonna create a scenario real quick. So let's say you play this part.
Oh, baby, call me your machete whenever you're lonely.
So one thing you can do is to increase it, but let's say for some instance, like sometimes in your verses, the vocal, you like the volume where it stands, then in the chorus you notice the beat is overshadowing the vocal. So what you can do, like I said, I'm just creating a scenario right here. This is actually perfect. So what you can just do is just go to your gain knob. If you're in Ableton or if you're in other DAW, you can just go to your volume knob and go to automation, and all you can just do is to go to your tab, for instance,
Call me your machete whenever you're lonely.
and you can just look at the dB and see how many dB lower is it getting.
Pronto, oh, baby, call me your machete whenever you're pronto, oh, baby. Call me your machete.
So you can see just like 1-2 dB. So imagine it's your chorus. What you can just do is just add like 1 dB of volume. So you can just put 2 dBs, take it over to this side. You can increase another one, and you can just add and make it 2 dBs, increase it to the side, and
Pronto, oh, baby, call me your machete.
so you see we still need to go up a bit. So yeah, we can still add like let's say 4 dBs. Come here, add 4 dBs. Remember I said you should picture a scenario whereby the chorus parts of the song is lower and the verse seems loud, but you like the overall volume of the sound.
Pronto, oh, baby, call me your machete.
So you can see how we've blended the vocal. So you can use this in some places when you are trying to, bring up a word at the end of a vocal phrase or fade in a pad or something. You can not only use this for vocals as well. You can use it for your instruments, maybe a particular part of the song. For instance, let me play something real quick. So let's say you want to bring this particular sound out. So you can just come into like the gain knob and you say, okay, this part, I want this part of this instrumental to come out a bit with the overall track, but this part of the song, I want this sound to duck a bit. So you can just do this, and let's listen. And this is why you are bringing this particular one up, because you have other sounds that are overshadowing it around this side. But around this area, if you notice, there's no more sound playing here, and so it can shine even if it's on a lower volume. So you can do this on both your instruments and not for your audio, and you're going to get nice results. So the next one you want to use automation is going to be panning automations for movement. So yeah, let's say you have a backup right here.
Call me your machete.
Call me your machete.
Whenever you're lonely. Estele ayo cantico muy pronto.
So one thing you can do, you can just come into the automation section and go to the panning right and left. Depends on the DAW you are using. In my scenario, I always use my utility for my automation for my gain and balance for left and right panning on Ableton. So you can just simply go into the show automation. So let's say I want this particular backup to be at the right, so I can just put it at the right, then I can put this at the left, create the points first and put this at the left, and so we can have this.
Oh, baby,
Oh, my baby.
call me your machete.
Call me your machete.
Whenever you're lonely. Estele ayo cantico muy pronto.
So you can see how we just created a little bit of uniqueness in the backup.
Oh, baby,
Oh, my baby.
call me your machete.
Call me your machete.
Whenever you're lonely. Estele ayo cantico muy pronto. Oh,
So me personally, I use this a lot of the time when I'm using for like rap vocals and maybe some ad libs here, popping here and there. So I can just easily, pan to the left, pan to the right. And yeah, you can just incorporate this into your mixing, panning, automating the panning makes the whole mix interesting, guys. Trust me, automation is a very powerful tool and you guys should not sleep on it. So the next I'm going to be showing you is definitely going to be a reverb and a delay send. So you can use automation for your reverb or your delay send, because sometimes you probably want the reverb to not be too loud, but maybe there are some times that the artist sings and you want that reverb to, pop out very well. You can do that as well. So I'm going to show you a quick example on how I can do that. So let's say we have this.
I can't stress the fact that I want you.
So I like how the reverb is around this side, but here I want the reverb to, pop out more. So me personally, I have my reverb on my channel, but if you have it on your send, you're just going to go to the mix knob and I'm going to go into show automation and I can increase this, increase this like this.
Fact that I want you. Fact that I want you. Fact that I want you. Fact that I want you.
So play that with the beats and we can have this. Like I said, I'm just creating scenarios.
I can't stress the fact that I want you.
So I can also do that for my delay as well. So I can come into the mix of my delay and I want that I want you to also have come up a bit. So we can just do this.
I can't stress the fact that I want you.
So we can bring it down a bit up to this part like this.
I can't stress the fact that I want you.
So let's still bring it down a bit to maybe this part.
I can't stress the fact that I want you.
You can still bring it down.
I can't stress the.
We bring it down up to this part. Then we can go back into the reverb and we can also bring that down as well.
I can't stress the fact that I want you.
So you can also repeat the same thing around this side. Fact that I want that. So you can use that to create a little bit of movement, excitement on your delay and your reverb send. So this is one way as well that you can use automation, to make your mix so beautiful and interesting when your listeners are listening. Okay, so the next on my list is definitely going to be for filter sweeps, like a low cut. And if you've been watching my videos, I always do it a lot with my auto filter. So let's see if we have like auto filter anywhere. Yeah, okay, so we don't have. So let's just play the beats and we can do.
Baby, call me your machete. I'ma get you looking flashy tonight. Fact that I want you. Girl, just want the way that you want to.
So I can use it for my drums around this side. So I can just add in an auto filter, but make sure you're creative with all of this. I'm only creating scenarios right here. So I can create an automation for the drums that, okay, I want the auto filter to come up around this side and I want to give it like a cut around this side and we can have something like this.
No could tell you how to pieces. I could only blow you kisses. I can't stress the fact that I want you.
And I can just record my automation while I'm opening.
Oh, baby.
And I can just bring it back. So I do this a lot of the time. If you've been watching my videos, so you can use it to add low pass, and slowly roll off some right, give it a little bit of movement, momentum, underwater effect at some certain parts. Yeah, trust me guys, it is really, really nice. And I hope that you start using this for your mix as well. So the next is definitely going to be for plugin bypass or parameter tweaks. So let's say for instance you have like a song and the person is rapping and singing, and sometimes you want auto tune not to be in the rap part of the song. Do you get? So you can just automate the auto tune by itself alone, out of that particular place that you want it to be. So let's just say for instance now this is a rap song and the person rapped up to this part and they started singing, or the person, let's use this, rapped up to this part and started singing around this side. So you can just simply go into automation and show automation for your auto tune, and you can just off the auto tune around this side where the person was rapping, and around this side the auto tune or tuning plugin comes on and start taking effect. So you can use this for your rap vocals. Depends on the reason and why you want to use this, but this is one thing that I always do, you know, usually to bypass plugins as well. Maybe you did like a plugin and you really like the effect only at a particular spot, so you can also automate it, take it off around that part, automate it, bring it on at another side. So that is another thing that I do. Okay, so the next one is also going to be vocal VX automation. So this is going to be vocal VX automation, right? And this is like when you slightly format the shift or whatever, maybe you add in. So let's just say, for instance, I want to add a little bit of format around this side. So I can just look for, let's say, quick effects, Otter Boy. I can drop it around here. So yeah, let's just go on to the volume knob so we can automate the whole stuff, maybe making it go up and down. So we have this. So you see how I just did this format, so you can be creative with how you're using all of these two, you know, adding a little bit of automation, you know, to give vibes and all that. So yeah, you want to use it to like for vocal effects, maybe for vocal some, you know, format that I just did like Otter Boy, maybe you change the pitch of the vocals, maybe you do something to the vocals. You can just, you know, be creative with all of this, just, you know, letting you guys know how you can, you know, expand your mix using automation. What I'm going to be showing you is definitely going to be automation for arrangement transitions. Okay, and mostly what I use this to do is, let's say I'm making a beat, for instance, and I use this especially when I'm making amapiano, because there are some sounds you want them to be building up. So let's say like I have this sound right here, for instance. So let's say I have this sound right here, for instance, and yeah, we have this.
Oh baby, call me your machete.
So you can see how I'm building. You can also use this to do some stutter effects, automation, you know, creative things, so you can use it to make some transitions in your arrangement, make some SFS go up, come down. Just using this particular example that I just showed you, just a special final bonus one, which is sidechaining, and maybe some parts you want the kick to come through and some other parts you want the bass to be sidechained to the kick. So you can just simply go into your compressor where you've added the sidechain and go into the knob and bypass, you know, imagine this is a compressor, bypass the particular place you don't want the sidechain to take place, and the next place arm it back, and yeah, that is how you can do this. So yeah, you can see how I show you guys 7 to 8 ways that you can boost your mix using automation, and I hope you learned 1 or 2 things from this video. And if you have any complaints at all, or any comments or something that's bothering you about mixing, let me know in the comments below, and that's another way I can know more videos to do. And if you're having issues with music theory, you want to go check out this playlist where I have a lot of music theory for you guys, and trust me, you're going to learn a lot from that. And that being said, till I catch you guys in the next video, remember to always stay productive. Peace.